Before this, it is the topic of the third day of the debate. Dodge God.
After that, once in response to them, after that, when
When it is Shamail Nadwi's turn to respond, you will.
They will respond in a balanced manner. There will be one question answer from each side, and then there will be a vote counting. You can also ask questions. For today's second such question answer session,
for which we have allocated approximately 16 minutes. Now it will be time to answer the questions. The first question will be given by
Each scholar will be given 5 minutes once again for their closing arguments. And after that, the most important thing for this debate is that you, we, and the millions of people watching on the internet will have their questions answered. So those of you present here, we will try to take some of your questions. We have allocated 30 minutes for that. In this way, this 2-hour debate will be completed. There are 2 or 3 basic things we need to keep in mind. We should not participate in any kind of slogan shouting. This is not chaos because the whole world is watching, so we have to set an example. We have to present an example to people that educated individuals, even while agreeing or disagreeing, can express their agreement and disagreement with each other. Here, Mekaseki, my JNU professor, Purushottam Agrawal, is sitting, who taught us in class about the courage of agreement and the wisdom of disagreement and vice versa. This is very important. The second thing is that this is not a debate about any one religion. This should be clear to everyone. This is not a debate to declare one religion superior or another inferior. So if anyone is watching or has come here with that expectation, I want to assure you that you will be disappointed. In this debate regarding the excessive use of religious symbols, these two people who appear serious to you now are good people. We met over tea yesterday evening. There was a lot of laughter and joking between them, and there was even a picture taken with arms around each other. This is proof that compared to the uproar on the internet, these two people have agreed to debate in a very good and calm manner. Twitter discussions remain on Twitter. Elon Musk nowadays calls it X. And now the start of this debate with these scholars. Although they need no introduction, it might be necessary. We are taught in journalism to never assume. Science says the same. Mufti Shamail Nadwi is an Islamic scholar and educator. He is the founder of the Bahiyan Foundation in Kolkata. Graduated from the prestigious Darul Ulum Nadwatul Ulama in Lucknow. Active in teaching and intellectual work on social media and public platforms, and currently pursuing a PhD from the International Islamic University, Malaysia. The good thing is that along with studying, they also create travel blogs. We saw the blog in front of the Petronas Towers. Javed Akhtar is with us. Mr. Javed Akhtar is a poet, a lyricist, writes prose, has written dialogues for films, and has written songs. Apart from this, they are vocal about scientific thinking or their declared atheism and talk about rationality on their own. Ladies and gentlemen, does God exist? Everyone is trying to find their own answers to this question. Some call it the search for the goddamn particle. Some call it the search for the God particle. Some call it the search for the Higgs boson. Some try to find answers to the question of how mass came into existence, what happened, what was there before creation, before time, and someone says that all these discoveries happening in the mind, How did it develop in the order of nature? I hope that today we succeed in obtaining some answers to these fundamental questions. First of all, I am inviting Mufti Shamail Nadwi Sahab to the stage. Please come, sir.
One last request. Before you start speaking, please keep your phones in light mode or silent mode. Then check once. Sometimes it causes trouble.
All praises are for the Creator who has created this universe with a purpose. Respected Mr. Javed Akhtar, Mr. Saurabh Dwivedi, and respected audience, thank you all for being here today. Since in today's debate, we are going to talk about the topic, does God exist? Bab up pante kamte top appe kape tape tapeta. So, this is a topic for which there can be different standards for making any decision. Therefore, at the beginning of the debate, it is necessary to know which standard will be right and which will be wrong for today's topic. As the very first standard, which I believe our respected Mr. Javed Akhtar will quickly embrace, the standard is science. While science, in fact, cannot directly prove or deny the existence of God as a standard. And what is the reason for that? I am not saying this. These are the people who are experts in science saying this. The National Academy of Sciences says, science doesn't have the process to prove or disprove the existence of God. Why? Because science is related to empirical evidence, and empirical evidence is related to our natural and physical world, whereas God is a non-physical and supernatural reality. Therefore, you cannot check a non-physical reality with a tool designed to explore physical reality. Therefore, in today's debate, scientific evidence will not be accepted to prove or deny the existence of God. Another standard could be revelation. That through revelation we prove whether God exists or not. But this standard is also irrelevant today. Why? Because revelation is, in my view, a source of knowledge, a valid source of knowledge. But according to our Javed Akhtar, this is not a valid source of knowledge. Therefore, in today's debate, I will not provide any evidence from any religious scripture so that it is not unacceptable to Javed Akhtar. Third, the standard could be observation. Like someone saying, show us God if He exists, or provide empirical evidence of God's existence. This is actually using the wrong tool. It's like Mr. Javed asking me to detect plastic using a metal detector. Now, since the plastic cannot be detected, therefore plastic does not exist. No, you are using the wrong tool. This tool is not used to detect plastic. No, Ken time politikoa. Therefore, at Gapasta, I believe that demanding empirical evidence for God's existence is a childish demand, and our respected Mr. Javed Akhtar has moved far beyond this stage. Natham. Now, only one standard remains, and that standard is intellect, logic, reasoning. And it is under this standard that the existence of God will be proven or the existence of God will be denied. But since this is a very important and sensitive topic, the logical argument should also be definitive, not indefinite. It should be as clear as 2 + 2 = 4, which cannot be logically rejected. For example, we say our respected Mr. Saurabh is a human and all humans are conscious beings. So, what is the conclusion? Our Mr. Saurabh is also a conscious being. Is this an indefinite argument or a definite argument? This is a definite argument. It is as clear as 2 + 2. It cannot be logically rejected in any way. So if today our Mr. Javed Akhtar provides any such rational argument and logical evidence about the non-existence of God that is definitive, then I declare that I will certainly accept that evidence and consider it. But I also declare as a prediction that no one can present such a definite argument. We will provide an argument, and a definitive argument, a logical argument, an argument that the entire atheistic world cannot refute. Now let's think of an example, a scenario, a simple scenario. I request the entire audience, you and I, are on an isolated island. An island where no one has ever been before us. While walking, suddenly you see a pink-colored ball lying in front of you. The first question that comes to your mind is, why is this ball here? How did it get here? Why is it pink in color? It could have been another color. Why is it in this shape? It could have been another shape. Naturally, you will arrive at the conclusion that there is someone who has created this ball with these specific properties and placed it here. Because you know that this ball, its existence is not necessary. It could have existed or it might not have. And if it had to exist, it could have been in some other form, in some other color. Now, keep expanding this ball, keep expanding it until this ball becomes the size of the universe. Tell me, will the question change just because the size has increased? Absolutely not. The question will still remain, where did this universe come from? Where did it come from with these specific properties? Why did it come? Who made it? This question will remain valid even then. But if we ask this question to Mr. Javed Akhtar, since his worldview is atheistic, and not just his, but if you ask this question to anyone with an atheistic worldview, where did this universe come from? Then their answer will either be an argument from ignorance or dogmatic. Either they will say that they don't know where it came from, hence God does not exist. This is an argument from ignorance. Or they will say that this universe came into existence on its own. This means that the ball should also come into existence on its own. But in relation to the ball, this explanation that it came into existence on its own will not be accepted. However, in relation to the universe, it will be accepted. In other words, we can also call it dogma. Secondly, our Javed Akhtar will definitely give the example of the God of the gaps, and will give the example that in earlier times when lightning struck, people attributed it to one God, and when it rained, they attributed it to another God because they had no explanation. This is not our worldview. This is not our worldview. Because knowing the interpretation of the process of natural phenomena, how does it prove that God does not exist? I will, God willing, talk about this further. You will also see, and I expect that our respected Mr. Javed Akhtar will certainly give emotional arguments, which is a logical fallacy when it comes to deciding the truth. If you dab part at that, why? For example, he will say that if God exists, then why does evil exist? Whereas I say that the existence of evil is evidence of God's existence, not against it. Because if God exists, then we are all accountable to him. And if we are accountable, then the presence of evil is necessary for accountability. Without it, we cannot be accountable. And if we are not accountable, then we will ask Mr. Javed Akhtar to tell us why there is suffering in this world. If there is no God, then why is there suffering? And what about the emotions of those who have a desire for revenge after suffering and left this world just like that? Will all their pains go to waste? Now let's come to the same example of the ball. If someone asks me who made this ball or who made this expanded ball, I would say that since this universe and everything in it are contingent. Contingent means something that depends on something else for its existence. So obviously this universe is contingent. And if something is not contingent, I would request to be shown what in the universe is not contingent. We would also like to consider and see it. And when contingent things exist, according to the terminology of philosophers, we reach that point and that entity which is called the necessary being. This is the necessary being whose non-existence is impossible, because if it did not exist, nothing would come into existence, and all contingent things depend on it. Now, if you ask the question, who created that being? Then what is its cause? Then what is its cause? Then what is its cause? And go on endlessly. This is what we call an infinite regress of causes, which is a logical fallacy. Conceptually, infinity is possible. For example, counting numerically 1, 2, 3, and so on, there are infinite numbers. I am not talking conceptually. Practically prove in reality whether infinite regress of causes is possible or not. If it is possible, we will accept it, giving an example, and if it is not possible, then only one option remains, which we call a necessary being. Such a necessary being that is independent, because if it is dependent, it will not be necessary. Such an independent being that is internal. If it is not internal, if it has a beginning, then it is contingent itself. Such a being that is powerful, because power is needed to actualize the contingent. Such a being that is intelligent and knowledgeable, because this universe is precisely operating under specific forms and specific laws of nature. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. After these arguments, I will request Javed Akhtar Sahab, would you like to speak sitting down, or are you coming?
First, I would like to give Mufti Sahab some good news that my knowledge about science is quite limited. So don't worry about that. But I do have some common sense. Look, this concept of God is not a new concept. It has existed for centuries. Some religions might be 3,000 years old, 4,000 years old, but humans have existed for about 10,000 to 12,000 years. In the form of Homo sapiens, and there will always be some religion. These religions were not of the ignorant. These religions belong to a Greek society where great philosophers were born. These religions were of the Egyptians who built the pyramids. These were of the Romans, whose architecture and senate, meaning the first foundation of limited democracy, existed. But there was democracy. These were done by those people. So their Jupiter, Ra, Zeus, they had as much reverence for them as a religious person today would have for their God. Before Christianity arrived, there was a religion in Europe, the Germanic religion, which had one God, a wife, 2 sons, and a daughter. Then, when Christianity came to Europe, that God, his wife, and the entire family disappeared. So, if we look at history, God is mostly funny. They did not always remain, and those who believed in them, if you say they were ignorant, they didn't know anything. That's not true. They were very capable people in their time. They were philosophers, scientists. But where did their religion go? Where did their gods go? Today, the God that exists in the world, people believe in them. How do you know what will happen after so many years? When we look at Europe, the churches are empty. So things change with time. As far as religions are concerned, every religion asks one thing from you, faith.
What is this thing called faith?
What is the difference between faith and belief? It would be very naive for someone to say, sir, if there is a God, then show me. That would be an ignorant statement. I have not seen the North Pole, but I believe that the North Pole exists. Why do I believe it? Because if this world is round, then it would have a top. Some people have even been there. Common sense says it would be so.
If there is evidence, witness, reason, then it is not my faith.
So, what is the difference between faith and belief? What religion asked from you, every religion, is faith. Faith means that there is no witness, no evidence, no rationale, no logic, no proof. Yet you accept one thing, that is faith. Otherwise, it would be belief if there were any evidence or witnesses. then you would call it belief. Like my belief is that the North Pole exists. It's not my faith. Faith dismisses all these conditions. So then, what is stupidity? If I believe something that has no logic, no rationale, no proof, no witness, no proof exists and I believe it, then that would be stupidity. If tomorrow I believe that Elon Musk is my brother, I would be extremely happy. I would also feel very at peace. But if someone asks why I consider him my brother, what proof do I have? He is American and you are Indian. His race is different.
You've never even met him. Sir, look, it's my faith. Don't discuss this.
The meaning of faith is that you cannot prove it. If you cannot prove it, then there is no need for faith. Then you will talk. You can argue as much as you want. Ultimately, every religion in the world is based on faith. And faith means a belief that has no evidence, no witness, no rationale. Now you say, why are you saying, sir, who created this universe? The amazing thing is that you mentioned going to an island and seeing a ball. You didn't ask who made the island. You were only amazed by the ball. We did not marvel at Ireland. Ireland exists. Similarly, these are islands, stars, these galaxies, all are islands in space. We take them for granted. We do not ask who created them. You didn't even ask about the island, right? How was I born? Was I planned to be born? I was planned to be born.
Or was it a lucky sperm that attached to one?
My birth, random.
And justice, as you call it, has nothing to do with nature.
You say that one day justice will be served. Justice is a human concept. There is no justice in nature. If a lion eats a deer, it doesn't get punished. If a storm comes and uproots lush green trees, there is no jail for storms. There is no justice in nature. So they say nature doesn't need justice either. Nature is all one. Now if we say, sir, look, what I ate, my eyes did this, it won't be punished. That's the system. It works like that. Nature is without justice. Justice is a human concept. So when someone tells you that they will give you justice, it is a creation of the human mind. It is neither natural nor divine. The concept of nature, the concept of justice. Brother, you meet together, now you have taken left-hand drive. What is this? All truth, all goodness, all nobility is left-hand drive. Otherwise, what will happen? Either you will make a choice, you will have an accident, or you will kill someone, or there will be a traffic jam. Lies, dishonesty, bribery, all of these are like driving on the wrong side. There's nothing above it. We created this, just like we created left-hand drive. This concept of justice is ours. It has no connection with nature. The lion eats the deer. Does it get jailed? And nothing, it doesn't. So the religious promises of justice in the world show that this is man-made. This concept is not from anywhere else. Nature, some people say, nature itself is God, but there is no justice in nature anywhere. And you are promising that you will get justice after death. If I get it, I will be very happy, but I cannot believe it because I cannot create faith. That they do not have justification. It was good then if religion is in moderation, not everything. It might also develop some virtues in you. See, it has this benefit that benefit. Alcohol is used in most medicine, and a survey was conducted in America about longevity. On one side were those who did not drink alcohol at all, and on the other side were those who drank 1 bottle of alcohol every day.
The longest lifespan was for those who drank 2 measured pegs of alcohol and ate food. But we consider alcohol bad. I also consider it bad. Why? It doesn't happen like that. Some things have a habit that increases. Till today, I've seen a person drink milk. Even if you meet him after 10 years, he will still drink just 1 glass. It doesn't happen like that.
He keeps drinking milk since morning. I haven't seen milkaholics. There are alcoholics.
This is the tendency of religion that it grows. Like cancer grows, like alcohol grows, there will be some people who use it correctly. I am sure that our Mufti Sahib is one of them.
I was very happy to meet them. But how many people are there? Or when we see the disasters in the world, how much of a role do those believers have? Like, religion doesn't say this, it probably doesn't say, but when they consume religion, they behave like this. If it's just a little, then maybe it's a very good thing. But alcohol doesn't stay just a little. It has a tendency at first. If there are 2 or 3 cancer cells in the body, a person remains fine. But those 2 or 3 cells don't stay. They multiply.
Mr. Javed, time is up. Time is up, so the conversation is over. Well, I didn't have anything more to say anyway.
Yes, I am inviting Mufti Sahab for the first round of responses.
Thank you very much, Javed Sahab. We were very delighted to hear your words. Delighted. Do you understand? We enjoyed. Okay, now let's look at it a bit logically.
Actually, we requested yesterday from Mufti Sahab and Javed Sahab as well that the Hindustani language should be easily understood by everyone, and wherever you use difficult words, please explain them as well.
Thank you. So first of all, our respected Javed Sahab mentioned that God is mortal. Many religions have moved forward. Some considered Jupiter as God, some considered someone else. I say that whoever considered a contingent thing as God considered it wrong. That is not God, that is not God. We come here to prove that the necessary being, that necessary cause which is internal, eternal, and primordial. We are not here to prove anything else. Another thing, they said that faith and belief are such a definition of faith which they have presented for the first time. Or excuse me, they have not presented for the first time. Richard Dawkins presented it first. I know where this source is from. Epistemologically, you cannot differentiate between faith and belief like this, sir. Faith can be right or wrong. Belief can be right or wrong. The faith that is backed by logic, reason, and evidence will be correct. And the faith you are talking about, which is illogical and not backed, then we are on the same page. We do not accept that faith, the kind of faith that has no logic or evidence behind it. We do not accept it. We are convinced by the faith that has logic and evidence behind it. So belief can be right or wrong. Faith can be right or wrong. So today we are not discussing the difference between faith and belief. Whether you accept faith today or accept belief, today the discussion will be about what truth is, whether true belief is correct or true faith is correct, and what false faith is and what false belief is. This is being discussed. The second thing they asked is, what is stupidity then? If faith, religion is not stupidity, then what is it? Since they demand faith, then what is stupidity? I say stupidity is atheism. The reason is that you are walking on a road and you go into a garden and see it is written there with flowers. I love Javed Akhtar, and I really do. I love you, sir. So when you reach there, then tell me, will you say this? Wow, what a natural selection. What kind of natural selection is this? No, this is precisely designed. There is a designer behind it. Therefore, if someone does not accept such a common sense notion that the universe, which is working so precisely, just came into being on its own, I think there is no greater stupidity than this. This is a rational thing. Then our sir said that you focused on the ball, not on the island. Hey, who made the island? That's why I'm giving the example of the ball to explain. And the ball is contingent, the island is also contingent. Both demand a necessary being. Further, they said there is no justice in nature. We decide what morality is, what justice is. We decide, like the traffic person in the driving seat, no, God said this. This is called false equivalence. This is a logical fallacy. The example you gave of driving and traffic is subjective morality. How cannot use subjective morality as an example to refute objective morality? Justice is objective morality. If you say there is no justice in nature, then the absence of justice is natural. So let nature be nature. Why are we striving so much to bring justice into the world? It is illogical. It is irrational. Therefore, there are many things that are objectively evil or good, and many things that are subjective. What is subjectively moral or immoral, we decide based on social consensus, or personal preference. But objective morality, which includes justice, as they repeatedly mentioned, is objective, not subjective. So, if you say it is subjective, then my question to you is, if through social consensus oppression is deemed right, will you justify oppression? The second thing they said is that if you drink 2 pegs of alcohol, it doesn't stay at that. It increases. The same is the case with religion. If you take 2 packs, it will increase. So this is an example that can fit anywhere. Now, when you apply it to atheism, when you take 2 packs of atheism, it will grow and become North Korea. Thank you.
For the round's rebuttal, I am inviting Mr. Javed. You have 7 minutes. Please reset.
I am happy that Mufti Sahab also agreed that there is no justice in nature. So anything not made by humans is not as just. I would like to request one thing from you. Please find out, when you go to the garden and see something very beautiful, none of it is natural.
All these flowers are created by crossbreeding. The flowers that grow in the wild are very ordinary.
These flowers are made by humans. The ones you admire in the garden, they are created by humans. Different flowers are crossbred and developed, then crossbred again. Natural flowers are not like this, so you won't see roses in some deserted jungle.
Humans have created this. Humans have done many things.
The rest is that you didn't answer one of my questions, which I have a complaint about. What is faith, and why do you ask for faith from me? You are logical. You have all the rationality. You have all the evidence. So why do you demand faith? That, brother, you surrender and don't ask questions. No religion allows all questions and forbids asking too many questions, saying you will be led astray. Why do you stop? The reality is, what is human history? Human history is that there have been 2 types of people in the world. One is those who have struggled with their ignorance, and the other is those who have fought for their ignorance and found out what it is. What you are saying today, you are surprised about how this universe was created. People were surprised. How does the sun set and then rise from the other side? And you are ready to accept it forever by taking 1 step forward. Take 1 step back. Brother, after this, you go and say, don't ask where this came from. This power will always remain. So you have trouble accepting about the universe. Stop 1 step earlier. Whether it was always there or not, we do not know. And saying that we don't know. The amazing thing is that all the religions in the world know how the world was created, how it will end, what will happen after death. They know everything. Someone to them, dinosaurs existed. Earlier, this was not known. No one. In any religious book of the world, there is no mention of dinosaurs, but everything else, how to make the universe in 3 lessons, and everything else is known. The one who knows everything is mistaken. We should have this humility to say that we don't know many things, but we should strive to understand them with our limited knowledge. Let's try to find that out. The world you are sitting in, sir, this hall, this electricity, this microphone, the airplane you came by, the car you came here in, all of this was made by those who asked questions.
This world in which you are comfortable today, it is made by those people who asked questions, and at every stage these questions.
It was called incorrect, it was called wrong. Just read history. It's a very interesting book. Button Roosevelt's.
In which he mentioned that religion and science. Since when has religion been against science? And to the extent that they were against the steam engine, even against the steam engine, fatwas were issued against them by the Vatican.
So, whenever these right-wingers come to power, like in America, they have their own, what do you call it, feet? What is it, feet? Yes, no, no, feet, which is...
That which is of the human body.
Research gets halted. The Republicans don't allow it. Oh, brother, what are you so afraid of?
At one time, all these religious people were very upset that humans were trying to create humans. What's your problem? If they can create, let them. What's this fear? No. And all this that you are saying today, it's impossible. How did this happen? I remember an incident when I was in 6th grade. I was very weak in mathematics. A teacher was appointed. He taught me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I cannot forget that day, that same year, when he explained what 1/2 is and what 3/4 is. I felt like my head would split in half. This man is saying to go inside the wall while walking.
Today, I laugh at this. So today, the things that are completely beyond your mind and surprise you, there will come a time when they will seem trivial. And it has happened. It is your human history. Do not make all the decisions so quickly. Keep a little humility that, well, we do not know this. What is wrong in saying that?
How far does this universe extend? Since when has it been? And how long will it remain? We do not know.
You have made a decision. According to you, it was made around 14 billion years ago, as is understood.
What was God doing, sitting for billions and trillions of years before that, sitting silently, taking such a yawn?
Then he got an idea. Hey, doing one thing will make time pass well on the universe. I thought about it with you.
It has always been there, right? But the universe hasn't always been there. It was created. And what was there before that? What was its purpose? How simple this is. The thing that we have gradually come to know today, years later, 2,500 years ago, someone told you what it was. You believed it. And since then, they have believed what was said 2,500 years ago. Everything has changed. Things are being solved. Right now, science doesn't claim, nor does any philosopher claim, that we know everything. Rather, they say that the more we know, the more we realize how little we know. So we fight our ignorance, establish it.
Thank you, Sitine. Thank you so much. I am inviting Mufti Sahab for round 2 in the series of arguments. You have 7 minutes once again.
Thank you, Mr. Javed Akhtar, sir. You are repeating several times to explain the meaning of faith. Explain the meaning of faith. I have explained it. Dawatiyya. Faith can be right and it can be wrong. And today we are not talking about faith. We are talking about truth. And does God exist? Does God exist? Is this truth meaning, is there a God or not? Which of these is the truth? Now, whether you call it faith or belief, not my business. After that, you said that religion stops you from questioning. I say whoever stops, stops. I do not stop. They rather ask question. We should ask question. By asking questions, we progress and advance. And that is why I am here today. But the question will not only be for God, they will be for you too. There will be questions for atheism as well. The question will not only be for religion, but for everyone. And today I will ask questions and hope that you will answer. So far you haven't given any answer to the contingency argument. Let's go. You said, why not say the universe is internal? This is because it is not logically possible for the universe to be internal. The universe is a contingent thing that is bound by time and space. Oh, what is bound by time and space will be contingent. What is contingent will have a beginning. What has a beginning cannot be eternal. This is a common thing. You said that there is no mention of dinosaurs in any religious book. Unfortunately, to this day, I have not found any mention of dinosaurs in a mathematics book. So does that mean the mathematics book is useless? No, that's not its topic. The topic of revelation and religious books is not to tell you how to make a bicycle or when dinosaurs existed. They came to teach morality, to tell about God, to teach the reality of non-physical reality. Religion does not stop science. If it stops, then it is wrong. Religion stops scientism, in which our Javed Sahab is different. There is a difference between science, and scientism. Scientism is the belief that science and scientific methodology are the only sources of knowledge. This is scientism. We reject it. We do advanced science. If you review our entire history, you will find out. Anyway, this is a different topic. After that, he used the word saying the Vatican issued a fatwa. The Vatican has no connection with issuing fatwas. Both are contradictory terms. After that, he said that he doesn't know. If you don't know, then clearly say that you don't know. What's the harm in that? So that's what I'm saying. Just say you don't know, but why claim that God doesn't exist? You say you don't know. It might be, it might not be, but you are claiming. The moment you say God does not exist, this is a claim. And now the burden of proof is upon you. Like it is on us. And why it is, I will tell you why it is. I will also tell you this. Philosophically, the claim is not just that a person makes a positive claim and a negative claim, so there is no burden of proof. Now, for example, if I say that there is no one in that room, I have made a claim of knowledge. There is no one in that room. I have made a claim of knowledge. Or I could say, I don't know. It could be, or it might not be. This is not a claim. But when I am saying that no one is there, or I am saying someone is there, both are claims, and both have the burden of proof. We also have the burden of proof. I gave the contingency argument. Show how to break this. The last thing. They said, what was God doing 150 years or millions of years before creating the world? Oh dear. And anyway, let me answer. You are our respected personality. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even entertain this. Words like 100 years ago, 100 years later, before, after, ni, are related to time. Time itself began after the beginning of the universe. So, what was God doing before that? The question is illogical. This is a fallacy. So you are saying that what was God doing before the universe was created? Before time was created, the concept of before relates to time, and time did not exist then. So this question is invalid in relation to God.
The second thing.
The argument of contingency that I have presented to you, you repeatedly prove this and are saying it's the God of the gaps. But earlier it was unknown. Science has done it. Let me explain with a simple example. The gaps you are talking about, whatever science uses to prove those gaps will be contingent, whether it is force, matter, or energy. Therefore, our question will remain valid until you reach a necessary being, and infinite regress is not possible in the practical world. So obviously, there has to be a stopping point.
Where you stop, that is God. The second thing you mentioned.
What did I say? What was I talking about? Which point? What? Right after that. Just now. Yes, wherever we stop, that is God. Anyway, so time was mentioned. God of the gaps, sorry, yes. Take an example of this. There is a car. A gentleman saw that the car's wheels are so nicely fitted in the right place. The steering is so well placed and the seats are so well designed. How precisely this car is working.
So surely someone has created it. Someone has created it. Now Mr. Javed came and said, oh sir, open the bonnet, there is an engine in it. The engine is running this car, hence prove no one has created the car. This is illogical, this is irrational. You prove that gap through the engine, but does that... Is it possible that the creation of the car and its creator become impossible? That the question ends, is that possible? No. By filling the gaps with contingent things, you have broadened our observation. Now we understand even more how complex the system of this car is. We understood less before. Now the complexity has become even more evident. Now we understand that our certainty has increased, that surely someone must have made this car. The same is the case with the universe. Science will always fill things of the physical world and will do so with physical things because empirical evidence is related to the physical world. You can never prove metaphysical reality through science. It's like using the wrong tool. It's like trying to detect plastic with a metal detector, which is obviously not right. Thank you. Yes?
This is round 2 of the argument. There are 7 minutes.
Yes? First, let me tell you that you said when the universe did not exist, there was no time, nothing. How was there nothing? God was there. There was an existence, right, of God. So when God was there, time would also be there. It's not that there was nothing. God was there. Well, you said, sir, prove it. You have logic. I have logic too. You prove. It's not my responsibility to prove that God exists. Bertrand Russell said a very good thing.
Bertrand Russell said something very insightful. If I claim to you that a teapot is orbiting around Mars, it is not your job to prove that there is no teapot. It is my job, as I made the claim. It is the religious people who make the claim that God exists.
Why should I prove that it isn't? Until you convince me, I won't agree.
That is your responsibility, not mine. Secondly, what you are saying, the gaps, when any religion is challenged, when such a thing happens, there is an uproar when they challenge a faith.
This entire science, at different places and times, religion has tried to stop it. There is a book, Religion and Science, by Bertrand Russell. I read it. You will like it. It's the history of science, religion.
Its relationship with science is just that. Okay, now let's think that after all, this existence, religion, and this belief in God make a person better. So do one thing take a map of the world and mark where religion is more prevalent, whether it's Latin America, the Middle East, the Far East, or those areas of India where religiosity is higher. Set the map aside. Now the second map, where is there injustice, repression, violation of women's rights, oppression, dictatorship, the map will be the same.
Tell me, what is the method of its use? Tell me the method of using God, even for a small medicine sold on the street. You explain the method of use. No one has benefited from its use. All the bad countries, bad societies, they commit all the atrocities in the name of God.
Whether someone does wrong or right, what do I have to do with it? You would know from the use, right? Maybe you have seen a bottle of whiskey. It is red, shining in the light. How beautiful it looks, but what harm it causes to someone. Its use is wrong. That's why you dislike it. The use of this concept is wrong.
The usage itself is wrong and has always been wrong. Look, you have seen human history. See today, you have seen friendships, seen the world, what is happening. How are they using it?
Are people of faith fair and just who believe in their gods? What kind of people are they? Do they give justice to people? Do they become better humans? So what is the benefit of this remedy? Okay, if there is a lot of benefit, then I will use it, but I don't see any benefit from this remedy. That's how I feel. Let me tell you one more thing.
If a person is religious and a good person, then I respect him a lot, because I believe that being a good religious person is more difficult than me being good. Brother, everything has a limit.
You can run this much, but not that much. You can lift this much weight, but not that much. You can see this far, but not that far. Similarly, common sense says that you also have a quota for goodness.
Now, if you go to your place of worship in the morning and pray, when you come out, you feel that you have done a very good deed. A large portion of your goodness has been spent, which did not benefit anyone. Since I don't go, I would have to feed someone or help someone in need.
How do I control my quota? You all religious people use your quota in these useless activities. Even after that, if you have a little decency left, then wow, that's something.
One thing I really like is that both scholars respect time.
And for a long time, they have been making their arguments and sometimes finishing their speeches before time and sitting back in their seats. This completes round 2 of the argument. Now it's round 2 of the rebuttal. And after that, there will be cross-examination.
No, your argument is done, sir. In our school syllabus, the story Panch Parmeshwar, written by Premchand, is told. Rest assured, I will not let you miss any round. Rebuttal round 2, Mufti Shamail Nadwi.
The real problem, the actual problem, is that Mr. Javed does not have a clear concept of God. He said that even before the universe, there was God. So there must have been time then too. This universe itself, time is a part of the universe. We believe in that God, and it is necessary for the necessary being to be timeless, since he is the creator of time. When he created time, how could he himself be subject to time? When he created space, how would he himself be in space? If he is already bound by time and space, then what did he create? Therefore, the question is incorrect that if God existed, then there would be time. Absolutely not. We are bound by time, not God. We as anarchists have related us with the physical world. That is a metaphysical reality. Another thing, they gave the example that a teapot might be floating in the air. And perhaps they referred to Bertrand Russell. Anyway, this is the problem. The problem is that we cannot differentiate between things. The example you gave is imagination. And what I am proving is a logical necessity. If you want to imagine anything, there could be a pink elephant on Jupiter, a unicorn. What difference does it make to the universe? You cannot prove logical necessity with that. I am talking about that prime cause, that necessary being without which the existence of this universe is not possible. The other thing about religion being challenged by science, etc., is not our topic. If I talk about it, then my time will be wasted. Since our discussion is not about religion, science does not lag behind religion, and specifically, I and our worldview do not lag behind science if it criticizes scientism. I have already clarified this. The second thing they said is to take a map of the world, take 2 different places. Sir, I did this homework and I took a map of the Middle East and a map of Europe. This religious area and this liberal and atheist area, I found out that the most rape cases are there. Yeah, aqui sareb pepia. I found this out. According to the UN report, I'm not making this up. Among working women in European countries, 80 to 81% are experiencing sexual harassment at work. This is not happening in the Middle East. It's not happening because they are a religious people. Another thing, you said that it is much harder for a religious person to be good than for us to be good. Very difficult. So this means that besides God, you have no standard for good and bad. I would like to discuss this in a conversational style, discussion and segment. Thank you very much.
This is the second round of rebuttal. You have 5 minutes, and after this, we will start the cross-examination. If you wish, you can also answer the questions they ask during the rebuttal.
Yes, but look, first of all, this point that this example is not wrong is wrong. They have already disarmed us. They said this matter cannot be solved with intellect. You cannot reach it with logic. This is a metaphysical thing. Metaphysical is a strange word. No one knows its meaning properly, so it seems like something big. And hey brother, what does metaphysical mean? Are you standing? It's a word that gets used anywhere. When you're talking and arguing with me, don't tell me it's metaphysical. Prove it to me logically. And if you don't talk logically, saying it's all metaphysical, then what are we even talking about? In what era did our conversation happen?
On saying that time did not exist before, then why do they say it always has been and always will be? Time is always there. So how do you say it always has been and always will be?
Always means sometime. If there is no time, then how always? It will remain outside.
Now I see, Hannah, you said that there are more rapes there. So we look at one thing, this world which is under absolute control, where not even a leaf moves without its will, is omnipotent. How is this world running, and what is the state of this world?
45,000 children.
Just those who were under 10 years old have died in Gaza.
Children die from hunger in Kalahandi and from diphtheria. Diphtheria is a strange disease. A membrane starts forming in the throat. The child turns blue, a poor child, because there is no treatment available. This is the omnipotent one who can do whatever he wants. You pray to him, do this for us, do that. So it means he interferes in day-to-day life and is watching this. If it really exists for discussion's sake, when I look at the world, no respect arises in my heart for it. What are you doing? You are completely all-powerful, omnipotent, omnipresent. You must be there in Gaza, right? You are everywhere.
You were watching how the child is grounded, and you are watching...
You were there, and you want me to append you? You even exist. Oh man, our Prime Minister is better than this.
Have some consideration. Amazing.
Whom are you worshipping? Even if he exists, the world is filled with injustice, oppression, tyranny, and terror. And don't say that he is watching and will tell one day. If he is watching and doesn't interfere, then why do you pray? You say, make this happen for me. This means he can intervene.
He can get you a job. Even if another person doesn't get it, he will get your work done because you prayed. So when he can get you a job, arrange a girl's marriage, get a green card for your son, then at least stop these children who are dying, do something. I believe there is an owner of this world. It's omnipotent. Some ruler is there, and the world is running like this. I would hope that there isn't. If there is, it's very embarrassing. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 rounds of this debate and 2 rebuttals have been completed. Now the most important and challenging round is beginning, the cross-examination. Now there will also be a test of the scholar's courtesy, and we have set the time to 16 minutes. Would you like to ask the first question?
Yes, absolutely.
You spoke first too.
Please take the mic in your hand.
From below.
Let them talk. Yes, I will speak. Can we remove this dais a little quickly?
Just move the dais back a little, yes, so that the people sitting on the sides.
Just remove it. We are not going there anyway.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Remove it from both sides.
In the meantime, you all should prepare your questions.
Keep in mind that I will take questions from here. You need to raise your hand, state your name, and complete your question in a maximum of 3 sentences. Many people start giving speeches instead of asking questions. Avoid that today. Yes, Mr. Muff, the first question is yours. You have 16 minutes.
The questions of both of us. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. What you just said was very important. I would like to discuss it further. But since this is the cross-examination segment, the first question for you is about the contingency argument I have been explaining for a while, or rather explaining with reason, sir. Please tell us whether you consider the infinite regress of causes to be possible, or if you believe in the existence of a necessary being, as there can only be 2 options. Please tell us.
Look, I will speak to you honestly. First, I don't quite understand the word contingency. And even now, the English words you used seemed a bit difficult and complicated to me. So could you please ask the question in simpler language?
I can absolutely do that.
Yes.
The meaning of everything in the universe being contingent is that it is dependent on something else for its existence.
Anything that is dependent cannot be independent, so it must have some cause. So do you think this is an infinite regress, meaning cause upon cause, cause upon cause, cause upon cause, and it never ends, endlessly continuing? Because if that were the case, we wouldn't even come into existence. Logically, this is a contradictory thing. Muttafaq alayh, agreed upon, okay?
We had agreed that if a difficult word comes up, its meaning will have to be explained.
So, infinite regress is not possible. So, somewhere you have to stop at such a necessity.
No, there's no need to stop. Who said you have to stop? Do you stop for God?
You do not stop. You say it has always been there, since the time when there was no time. Where do you stop? You don't say that it happened now. Why can't we accept that the universe, and rather the multiverses, have always been there? They are formed.
Everything is contingent.
There is one thing here, a black hole, it pulls everything back, then it blasts, then it expands. And in this, we humans have no significance at all. On a tiny speck, we live for 50 or 60 years in a universe that is billions of years old, and we were born for utterly absurd reason. So thinking about its causes and why it is like this is dependent, this is what we are observing, who knows?
Think about where this universe that is expanding, where is it expanding to? Where is it going and why is it expanding? Oh, just make it. Stop, brother. That's enough.
Why is it expanding? Which universe? When I look at it through a telescope, it is 2 billion light years away. It has nothing to do with me. 2 billion years, meaning if I travel at 80,000 miles per second, I will reach there in 200 million years. What was the need for this? This world, this universe was created for humans, the noblest of creatures, right? So all this
term is not understood.
There wasn't anything particularly noteworthy to understand in this.
This ultimate thing that is said, that this entire universe, this world, is made for humans. Well, it's all for humans. So, sir, isn't that right?
Absolutely. But this doesn't mean that if you don't know the reason behind something, there is no reason. This is called an argument problem.
No. I don't know, but it's not my responsibility. She was absolutely right, the butter nerd. You dismissed it as a joke saying, brother, you are making this claim. Why should I say that this claim is wrong? You prove it. It's not my responsibility. I didn't say it. You prove that it's right.
Please respond to the argument of contingency.
Would you like to ask a question? Would you like to ask a question to Mufti Sahab? Because this is the phase of cross-examination. You were saying something about faith earlier.
I would like to ask that the revelations God has made have been made for many religions, not just one. There are different revelations. There are some things, contradictions among them. Some things you can do, some you cannot. It's not that everyone's code of morals is the same. So
What's the story? Now, you see, sometimes I feel that during the football final, there are millions of people. Then it gets covered on TV.
millions of people. If God's hopeful voice came in that saying, I am God, then everyone would hear it right away. Even on TV, the story would end. What is this secrecy that you give us some solid proof? Sir, how was this universe made? How will this solve the issue?
I will ask you, how was God made? Why wouldn't I ask? How was it made? In fact, it is much more intelligent than the universe. Much more than the universe, it has always existed. You will say, I will accept. Okay, secondly, that different power, meaning omnipotent, can do whatever it wants. It can get you a job, arrange a good marriage for you, make your neighbor lose a lawsuit, make you win. It does everything.
Bring the mic a little closer. Yeah.
How is he running this world? Aren't you amazed at how this world is running? Or will there be justice only after the day of judgment, when this child has died, whose body was blown up by a bomb? He will get justice then, okay?
Now should I answer?
When, sister?
That's why I'm on your side of hate. First, you talked about revelation and scriptures. I can talk about this, but I won't today because time is short. But we will discuss this some other time. I'm ready to talk about that too.
The groundwork for round 2 is being set now. Does God exist, round 2? Yes.
Because today the discussion is about the existence of God. I will entertain your questions related to that. And I will also ask, you said that it hasn't been proven, while the argument of contingency is a fundamental argument.
Tell me the meaning of contingency. What do you mean by contingency?
Contingency means that every existence that is dependent on anything, every existence or thing that is bound in its existence by something and needs it, depends on it, then obviously it has some cause. This is a matter of reason. You talk about reasoning, that's what I'm doing. Another thing, you mentioned that it's so many billion light years away. What does that have to do with me? Then I think you shouldn't say, I think therefore I am an atheist. You should think, not just within a limited scope, but think outside of it. You asked a third question, you asked 2 or 3 questions, don't say such things.
Some people will object to you thinking anything. You do not have this permission. I do.
Yes, you asked a question related to the problem of will and repeatedly used the word omnipotent God, all-powerful God. This is actually what needs to be understood. What is the concept of God? The problem of will is actually based on 2 assumptions. If you understand these 2 assumptions, then this problem will no longer be a problem. You will understand the argument that it collapses. Point number 1, that is, your very first false assumption is that God is merciful, omnipotent, and there is oppression in the world. But you should understand that according to our worldview, God is not just omnipotent and merciful, but also all-wise and all-knowing. There is wisdom and reason behind every action of His. It is not necessary that this wisdom and understanding makes sense to you or to me. If you are making a decision based on what you understand, this is a limited perspective argument, and we accept this principle in our world, in our life, in daily life. When we go to a doctor, if the doctor gives us some medicine, we don't say that until we have as much knowledge and wisdom as you do, we won't accept this medicine. We don't say that, we accept his authority. Why? Because we know he is knowledgeable, he has wisdom. He has more knowledge and more wisdom than us.
Please tell, sir.
No. In doctors, there is a lot of mention of God. Doctors are educated. First, I will listen to him. Second, he hasn't given any answers.
So please, if he starts speaking to the audience, then this discussion has no meaning.
You mean to say that since you believe in the doctor, therefore believe in God?
This example is for you to understand.
It's an argument. You don't have any objection to it, so...
The simple thing is that if I believe that omnipotence is his will, these children being killed, this is his will. I do not want such a will.
Not his messiahship. Understood as wisdom, meaning experience. Okay.
You haven't listened to my entire point yet. I said your entire argument is based on 2 false assumptions. I have mentioned 1 false assumption. The second false assumption is that there is no good reason for the existence of evil in this world, whereas we have reasons available. We have explanations available. If there were no evil in this world, how would you define good? If there were no injustice, how would you understand justice? If there were no darkness, how would you understand light?
Wow. Very good.
There is still more to hear.
I really like this point, sir, that until a rape happens, there's concern for women's honor.
You haven't even listened to my entire answer.
Until the children are not discarded, respect their innocence.
Have you heard the complete answer?
What's the matter? Did you find a point?
Have you heard the complete answer? Yes, please listen to me. I told you one thing. The second thing. We have come into this world for a test. We are being tested, and every person is tested in different ways. And if evil exists in this world, it is a means for us to develop human noble qualities and progress in different fields. And if there were no evil within us and in this world, then tell me, what would be the meaning of a test? If I give my students multiple choice questions and only provide the right answers and say your test is done, it is meaningless. If we have come to this world for a test, then obviously both good and evil exist.
So if both good and evil exist, then this evil is also created by God.
Yes, it is made by God.
All right, fine. Good thing.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
God has just now shown that the majority in the world is evil. So did God actually seem to be on the side of evil? Not at all to me.
They are in the majority.
Oh, what are you saying, brother? Anyone who is a judge, whether it's your own home where you are the head or your organization that you run, you would keep evil there to prove that the rest are decent.
Listen to me.
Isn't this argument wrong that until there is no evil, a decent person won't seem decent?
If the examiner is giving wrong options, the examiner does not become evil. The one selecting the wrong option will fail. The creator made evil, but he is not evil.
All right.
Listen to me, let me finish, sir. The creator made evil for the test, but he is not evil. Evil will be the one who chooses it. The one who makes the knife is not wrong. The one who uses the knife wrongly is wrong.
How is rape misused?
Rape is the result of human free will.
How is rape misused?
Now listen.
Rape is misused.
Yes, I am telling you.
How is it wrong?
I am telling you that the evil present in this world has many forms. One form is a person's own free will. Now, if a rapist is committing rape, it is not God's fault. He is misusing his free will. He should be punished, and hell is made for that.
This free will is quite a thing. When you do something bad, when there's wrongdoing, it's said that this is free will. 7 billion free wills are moving on this planet. 7 billion free wills. And if a man kills me with his free will, did I die by God's will or because of his free will? Is my death in God's hands or in the hands of the one with free will?
God has created the system of free will, and someone is using that system wrongly to harm you.
It is. Misusing it, he kills me. Now, who is responsible for my death?
He is responsible.
That person? Yes, saying this.
That he will be punished.
So now you see that deciding that it is God, not Allah, but God who gives life and God who gives death is wrong.
It is not wrong at all. He created the system. He created the system of free will, life and death.
You are contradicting yourself. Just now you said that a man killed you with free will. He was given free will. He misused it. 7 billion free wills are moving on this planet. And you want me to only focus on God. Shouldn't I have to look after these 7 billion free wills? They are causing destruction. More destruction is happening.
Absolutely. So if you tell if there is no God, for example, then how will you decide evil? That is, how can you define evil objectively without God?
Look, there are two types of animals in the world. Those that live alone in the jungle and those that live in groups.
Whoever stays in a group, whether it is your foundation, a club, a political party, or a unit, you will have to create rules for interaction in it.
That means people will decide it. But if people decide that raping someone is right, will you justify it? Your foundation is that people will decide evil.
No. There are groups in the world that consider rape justified in certain circumstances. I won't go into detail. You also know
what those ISIS people did. So
What they did has no connection with God, sir. I simply asked, how do you define evil?
Come back, come back.
You can only stay together when you develop some principles where everyone has basic protection, everyone has basic rights, and everyone gets some comfort.
this is the way for any organization with more than one person, and that's how life goes. If you mess up in it, there will be destruction, loss, and ruin.
And if you take a household, there is a husband, a wife, children, a mother, two sisters, and a brother. Now you need a system to live together, and there should be trust in each other, shared desires, helping each other, such a life.
Your point is understood, Yon. You are saying that people will decide what is right, what is wrong. That's it. The majority will decide what is right, what is wrong. Oh, brother, if the majority says, like in Nazi Germany, where the majority thought genocide was right, will you justify it?
At that time.
You're this.
After that, the closing one.
How many people on the planet thought Hitler was right?
The majority of the planet will decide outside not society. The majority of the planet believes in the existence of God. Ito, why don't you believe?
Yes.
Hello. This cross question round ends here, and it's really good that it has been fragmented in this way so that the mercury going up is down.
Most of the planet's majority believes in the gods of some other religions.
No, you are talking about the majority. All right, this closing argument. You are saying that the majority will decide what is evil and good. Whatever the majority decides will be right.
Let's follow the format you all have decided. Brother, I trusted good people and decided on less moderation. You have 5 minutes. It's the closing argument. After that, we will take questions and answers from the audience. After Javed Sahab's closing argument, time is starting.
Thank you very much. Our topic is, does God exist? I came prepared academically for this but said I thought I would present many arguments but due to the lack of time and Javed Sahab going off topic repeatedly, I had to entertain that a bit. I could only present one argument on does God exist, but there are many arguments and they are definitive and they did not entertain or refute my argument in any round.
Not even in one round, and neither.
Argument of contingency, sir.
Oh, I have told you many times not to take from the contingency.
How do I explain to you now?
Yes, please, among yourselves.
And how easily should I explain? I don't understand.
And I can speak contingency in Urdu. Please finish your point. Last 4 minutes.
The second thing.
Just 1 minute, please, ma'am. Can I talk? The second thing is that you didn't answer this. Secondly, you didn't give any definitive argument for the non-existence of God. You're only talking about religion. Religion wasn't even our topic today. Today our topic was, you went from religion to IS, IPS. What is our connection to that? We condemn them. And what does that have to do with God? If someone is doing something wrong, if someone has committed murder, if someone has committed rape, they should be punished, and you have no rational, strong foundation of morality. You said that the majority will decide what is right for society. I said, then you would say Hitler was right. No. The majority of the planet society will decide. So first, the majority of the planet believes in the existence of God. You are saying this is religious, so it means you have no strong foundation of objective morality. If there is any foundation of objective morality, it is only God, God, God. Thank you.
Yes, that was Mufti Shamail Nadwi's closing argument. Now we have, yes.
It's quite nice that both people have complaints about the moderator, and they're also saying, brother, do praise us as well. It's you.
Now listen to me.
Yes, Mr. Javed Akhtar, you have 5 minutes. This is your closing argument. Reset the time. Yes.
Look, there are many things, Siddiqui. The definition of God in any religion in the world is that He is omnipotent, omnipresent. He is just and kind. He loves you and so on. When I look at the world, I don't see any supreme power here that is doing something for the liberation of humans, saving the weak, helping or pushing back the oppressor. I haven't seen it. Not in history. If there is one, it's just watching the spectacle. So, its existence or non-existence is the same. Secondly, when you say that the universe is contingent, see, I use that word, then how can it be outside? And immediately you surrender, obviously, its creator would be 10,000 times more complicated.
There is no objection to your existence. It is timeless. All time came much later. You are ready to accept all this for which you have no evidence. You have no reason. What is your praise? The belief in God in religions has been constantly proven wrong. I mean, you say that in Aristotle's time, everyone was ignorant.
They also believed in God with the same certainty, which is no longer there. This will also not remain. You can write it down, and you can already see signs of this in the world. This debate, which could have happened 100 years ago, we have brought you this far. So,
and they don't need help. Brother, this is a self-sufficient person. Why are you helping them? Sir, please, please. All these things have their place. This is a package. There isn't a single person who only believes in themselves. A lot of paraphernalia comes with it. Different paraphernalia come along. They have always created chaos in the society. I am giving you a direct offer that there are 10 important beliefs in the world. You believe in one and not in 9. In 9, you are an atheist. You see the 9 quite reasonably like I do. So a religious person is also 90% atheist. He does not consider others as God. He believes in one God, his own. He says the others are wrong. If you stop believing, then you have a 10% chance that you are right and a 90% chance that you are wrong. My advice is if you stop believing, then there will be a 50% chance that you are right and a 50% chance. You will gain 40% by becoming an atheist. This is an outdated idea. It is ending. It might not happen in my lifetime, but it will happen. The thing is, you have given them metaphysical, respectable terms. These are from those people who knew neither physics nor matter. They have given these to you.
Yes, thank you very much to both of you. And now the final round of this discussion will begin. This debate on does God exist is between Mufti Shamail Nadwi and Mr. Javed Akhtar.
You all will raise your hands. I will decide from here.
And do we have the microphone? Is there only one microphone for the audience? There are 2 microphones, one on this side, one on that side. All right then.
First we have our colleague Maria Shakil. Yes, please ask your question. We'll pause a bit so the camera frame can focus on you.
You have practice with TV. Yes.
Sir Nadwi, I believe in God. I am starting with this premise. And I am telling you, I believe. But there are some questions that Mr. Javed raised that you should answer. The first question is that for years, small children have been dying in Gaza. If God is merciful, we believe that Allah the Almighty has a lot of power. Then why are those children dying? The second thing is that if you talk about contingency, why are all the Muslim countries together not able to save the children of Gaza? Because if they wanted, since Allah Almighty rules over them, rules over everyone, then why are they not able to save them?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. You did well to mention this. I will try to explain it better. Look, as far as you said that children in Gaza are being killed, see, there are 2 worldviews. There is an atheistic worldview and there is a theistic worldview. Children are dying in both worldviews, but our worldview says there is recompense. They are saying that their death is going to waste. There is no recompense for it because they have no concept of the hereafter or Allah or God. You asked why. If God is merciful, He doesn't stop it. I explained that it's a misconception among people that God is only seen as merciful and omnipotent. These are not the only two attributes of God. God has many attributes. Among them is Al-Hakim and also, all-wise, all-knowing. Therefore, if someone is experiencing suffering in this world and God is not stopping it, it is because humans have been given free will. Just like listen. In the same way, if a doctor is giving an injection to a small child, it causes pain. From his limited perspective, so this seems wrong and the doctor seems bad. But when you look at the broader picture, you and I have only one pixel. We can see that killing is happening in Gaza, but how much recompense they will receive is beyond us. The full picture is with God. So you can never judge the whole picture from one pixel.
Would you like to add something to this? Do you have something to say about it?
Brother, you gave a very good justification. Send this to the Prime Minister of Israel there. He will be very happy.
You provide justification for why children are dying if God does not exist. You tell us?
They are asking this question. If you do not believe in the existence of God, how do you interpret the deaths of those children? Brother, this world, the powerful people commit an injustice.
So this is a good deed. According to you, nature is based on injustice.
Oh, my brother, are you talking about nature or about human?
Then when I was talking about humans, you started talking about nature.
Cross-examination. If you won't let me speak, that's a different matter. Go ahead, I'm in no hurry.
No, this is cross-examination.
Let me speak.
Yes, go ahead.
The thing is that human society can only live together when it lives with love, unity, and trust in each other. Otherwise, it is not possible. A person cannot live alone.
There are some people there who make mistakes. Those mistakes have always happened throughout history.
Today what is happening is very bad, very cruel, very oppressive. You might say that the children will get compensation, or it is a mass injection. Injections are given for health.
Are you saying that this destruction of children is an injection, a vitamin?
This is a test. This is a test. And in that test, they will receive such recompense that is beyond your imagination.
You are taking pride in blowing up a 3-year-old child with explosives. Wow.
He's not taking it. God is not bombing. Israel is bombing.
Condemn that. Let's take the next question. The next question is from Professor Purushottam Agrawal.
Mufti Sahab, I have a request for you that at least
Keep the mic a little closer.
a religious and philosophical
ma'am, please.
A religious and philosophical tradition considers the universe itself as ultimate. Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahmam. This is Chandogya Upanishad, and it completely rules out the existence or necessity, in your words, necessity of a creator. The creation itself is the creator. So, one minute, please. The second question you are repeatedly asking is that God is also a scholar, wise, all-knowing. So if wisdom includes tolerating all the sins and atrocities in the world, then it means that if I oppose it with free will, there is a contradiction between God's wisdom and my free will. Because when I'm opposing whatever is happening in Gaza, then am I opposing God's will and God's wisdom?
Let's take the answer.
Because in God's wisdom, 1 minute, please.
Sir, this.
One sentence. God's wisdom is that whatever is happening in Gaza is happening. I am opposing it. So I am going against God's wisdom. One question. Second, this...
No, you already said 2.
One by one. Sir.
You can ask more questions, but I have to give 2 answers. First, you said this. Listen to me.
Brother, according to Israel's word, it's going fine, right?
No, it's not happening. It's not going well. I'm telling you what's happening. Please be patient. I'm telling you what's happening. Let me complete, please.
1 second. Look, it was decided after much discussion among ourselves that some rules should be made so that the conversation proceeds in a time-bound manner. And brother, you are doing very important work, but by coming into the camera frame, you are messing up that work. All right, Guru, I had to vent my anger somewhere. Sorry. No, there is no anger. Yes. So the professor asked questions. Please answer them. And everyone, please be mindful. Keep the questions brief. Yes.
You asked 2 questions. First, you said that we have this concept that the universe itself is the necessary being. Creation itself is the creator. How irrational is this? That I will exist later, but I am also existing now. Meaning, at the same time, I am both existing and not existing.
This is not true. The second thing, you said that if in Israel, Israel doesn't exist. In occupied Palestine, if children are being killed in occupied Palestine because of free will and God is not stopping it, this is a contradiction. Tell me in an exam, if a child is writing a wrong answer, listen, the examiner can stop it if they want. Why are they not stopping it? Is this a contradiction? Is this not a contradiction?
Even without the mic, sir, this among ourselves will pass.
Is this your question? Give the mic.
Free will is given for the test, for accountability. If there were no free will, you would say we have been made into robots. Or
You cannot misrepresent my position. Whatever your position is, by my free will, by my human wisdom, I oppose the atrocities happening in Gaza.
Absolutely should do.
According to you, am I opposing God's wisdom?
Absolutely not. What is happening here is God's...
Not at all. Not at all. His being killed there in Gaza is the result of humans misusing free will. God does not command this. He prevents it. That's the issue, right? Is the concept not clear to you?
Oh, no, brother. You said that the injection causes pain to the child. This injection was given.
Sir, when you make such rhetorical statements, then no issue is understood. This is a rhetoric statement. This is not a logical argument, sir. I am sorry. I am sorry.
I am saying these last 30 minutes are going to be very difficult. Yes, Mufti Sahab is sitting in front. Give him the mic. Yes. Atarun, keep the mic with you. You know the camera frame? Yes.
First of all, congratulations to both.
Sir, please tell us your name. I remember that you live in Chicago, America.
Decide. My name is Yassin Nadim Al-Wajdi. Javed, sir, I have a question for you regarding infinite regress. It's a hypothetical scenario. For example, if you are a poet...
Please keep the mic a little closer. Yes.
If you're a poet because your mentor was a poet, and they were a poet because their mentor was a poet, and if we keep going back in the past like these without stopping, then sorry, you can never be a poet. But you are a poet, your city exists. This means that you have stopped somewhere. So my question is, do you consider the infinite regress of causes a logical fallacy or not? Yes or no?
I don't consider them logical fallacies. But my problem is that when I don't accept them, I will continue with this logic, which is not a fallacy. You stop at one point here. You ask how this ball was made, how this island was made, how this ocean was made, how this land was made, and suddenly you come to a halt at God. Once you don't question that the one who made them must be even more complicated. How was he made? You have settled that. He has always been there. So if you accept that he has always been there, then accept that an orphan has always been there. What's the problem?
Then we do not come into existence.
Huh?
We do not exist.
All right.
Sir.
Why not?
May I please explain? Like I mentioned in your couplet.
Your verse would never have existed if poets kept going on like this forever.
Yes, Mike.
I think the concept of infinite regress wasn't clear. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on.
Okay, yes, please also consider the moderator a little. No, you have considered it. You have. Gohar Raza is here. He also wants to ask a question.
The mic, please.
Turned it on from below.
First, let me say that I am ashamed for those children who were killed in Gaza. Because they were killed while we were present. But more than that, I felt ashamed that Mufti Sahab seemed to be justifying it. Not at all. You are very wrong.
I thought I could be wrong. Absolutely wrong. I am asking a question.
One second.
I disagree with Javed Bhai.
He's asking a question. Look, 1 second. You, sir, wait. Oh, you are. Let me say my piece first. If the audience decides, then there's no point in having a moderator. This is what I want to say to all of you. This debate is between two people. On one side is Mufti Sahab, on the other side is Javed Sahab. For the past 1.5 hours, they have been presenting their arguments. You may agree with them or you may disagree. My teacher taught me that there should be room for disagreement in face-to-face discussions. If I respect you a lot, Mr. Gauhar, for the amazing books you've written on scientific temperament, but my request to all of you is that if you comment on what these people have said, there will be neither time discipline nor quality discourse. You can ask questions, whatever comes up in that question, let it be.
I disagree with Javed Sahab. That's why I am asking Javed Sahab a question.
You will ask your question to Javed Akhtar Sahab.
And my question is that Javed Sahab has used logic many times, saying that there is logic in science and there is no logic in religion.
My thought is that there is logic in religion too. But the basis of that logic is that you stop, as Javed Sahab has repeatedly mentioned. That is, when it comes to the concept of God, you stop, and asking questions about it is considered forbidden. The question is whether Javed Sahab agrees that the logic of science is different from the logic of religion.
Please tell, sir.
Look, there are three things. There is science, one is logic, reasoning, and one is nothing, faith, belief. I am not convinced by the logic of belief.
Explain to me with reasoning, logic, and rationale. I am ready to accept it. What harm will it do to me? But I cannot go with belief. Belief means you accept it, don't question it, not this. After discussing everything, making very scientific points, you stop at the existence of God and surrender. I am not ready to surrender. That's all.
Yes, the gentleman sitting in front, please give him the mic.
Brother, you wanted to hear that, right?
Yes. No. Yes, your name? Assam Iftikhar.
Awesome, yes, please ask.
So the question for Javed, sir, is that you have your closing. Bring the mic a little closer. In your closing statement, you mentioned that the future of religion is not going to last long, but I can see that there is a study from Oxford University conducted in 2011, carried out by 50 academicians, which states that the faith in God is inbuilt in human nature, which we call part of instinct. And they say that if anyone thinks they will eliminate religion, it is their misunderstanding. So, what do you say about this, about these studies?
I do not agree with them. Which professor would that be? What is it?
They have data based on the data.
There will be data, right? What data could it be? It can't be future data, can it? It could be present data. Have you heard data from 100 years ago?
I haven't heard it until today. So today, this is their opinion, and it will be an opinion, all right? There are various opinions in the world, but I believe that over time, humans are becoming more and more reasonable and logical. Today, look at the percentage of non-believers in Western Europe. It's very high. Churches there are often empty. Ultimately, a person will not be able to believe something, whether right or wrong, that does not appeal to their mind, their understanding, their logic, whether they are from Oxford or Cambridge. What do I have to do with it?
Their data cannot be of the future.
Yes, Deepak, yes, go ahead. I will also come to the backside. I will send the mic there for 2 or 3 years, yes.
Hello, Javed Sahab. I have a question for you.
Oh, brother.
Sir, if you all have to decide, then let all 200 people decide.
Ask all this.
No, sir, please don't do this, sir. Everybody has a right, sir. But we can only take selected questions. Sir, these are young people too, so these now come down young. Brother, are you young or not? They are saying they are young too, sir.
They're asking, aren't they?
Let them make the claim about their own youth. Yes? Mufti Sahab, are you young? Yes, ask.
Sir, my question is this.
Ask them to.
Yes. No, just one question for you. Like theists that have their social get-togethers for those who believe in God. Christmas is coming in 5 days. There's Holy Diwali, Eid. What are atheists offering? I mean, if I say I want to come to their side from their shop, but I'm not able to be attracted, what social get-togethers do you have?
They are saying that religious people of different religions, their festivals and celebration, yes, exactly that.
There are many congregations.
Now let me tell you something. There are historians here too. Muridullah ji, you tell me if it's correct? This was Constantine, a Greek-Roman emperor, who 400 years after the arrival of Christianity decided that he would become Christian and his entire state would be cancelled. That's how it used to be in those times. Whatever religion the king adopted, the people would also adopt. Because he executed it. He had gone bankrupt and needed money from the rich Christian merchants of the Mediterranean coast. So he said, hey, become Christian. So he said to his minister, brother, this is history. that now we are becoming Christians. We will become, sir, no problem. But one problem is that the pagan festival from 17th January to 25th December, the pagan festival, the festival that happens, will stop. Because if we become Christians, it won't happen. So the public, especially the children, will feel very bad. They enjoy it a lot, especially the 25th, which is a Monday. He said, yes, you are right. When was Jesus Christ born? He said, sir, it was in April. No, cut that. It is on the 25th of December. This is the reality, and 400 years later, Christianity moved it from April to December. And that's because there used to be a pagan festival here. Now you celebrate it as Christmas. All these festivals are religions. Everyone needs an entertainment department to run their company. So these religions, these were secular festivals that religions have taken over. They were related to seasons, crops, and farmers. You have taken them and given them a religious color.
This doesn't come from any religion. Look at us. We celebrate Maulid. We celebrate Eid. We celebrate Diwali. We celebrate Holi. We celebrate Christmas.
The biggest Holi of Bombay's film industry happened at our house. The biggest Eid happened at our house. That is our social. That is our heritage. It's not like we will throw the baby along with the water. These are good things. Keep them.
Throw away what is useless.
Yes. Hello. My question is for Nadwi ji. As you said, God is beyond time and so complex that the human mind cannot understand. And God has given free will on earth. So why are you wasting your time talking about God? We should be talking about how to improve society.
Yes, I say God tells how to improve society. And now I will answer you. You said that He doesn't exist in time, so...
No, my question is that, as you said, God is a very complex thing.
I never said it's complex. Those are your words. The word complex is not suitable for God. Why? Because complex is something that is an object. God is not an object that you can test in a laboratory with instruments. Oh, it's very complex. No, it's not a car engine. That philosophically necessary being is a simple being. Yes, it is not possible for you to completely know all its wisdoms and everything because it is always, you are not always, and it is God. It is not necessary for it to tell you everything.
My question was not that. My question was that when God is so beyond this world, that He has given free will on earth, we all humans have free will. And what is happening in society, we will decide then, yet
We will not decide, right? We will not decide. God is beyond His essence, His existence, time and space. But He is testing us. And that same God has told us what to do and what not to do. So obviously we will listen to that God, right?
The lady standing at the back wearing glasses, give it to her. Yes, you. Yes, we will definitely come. Look, I am trying to go everywhere. Yes, give her the mic.
Hello, sir.
I am not omnipresent.
I am punctual and will do my best as far as I can. Yes, please tell me your name.
My name is Ursula. I am a student at Delhi University and I am from the Student Federation of India. My question to Mufti ji is that sitting in this hall, in this room, we can philosophically discuss the morality of rape, but the reality is that in everyday life, women go through rape, and we cannot just look at numbers like this. Because how many women are there in these countries where you are saying the cases are fewer who have access to file a case?
How many women are working? How many have the freedom to work in those countries? In Europe, this freedom has come. In Europe, these rules have come, so we can talk about it today.
Yes, the answer?
You said that we can discuss this philosophically behind closed doors. But what is happening in reality, what is happening on the ground level is very wrong and she is suffering. I agree, a lot of wrong is happening and we need to stop what is wrong. And why should we stop it? Why is it wrong?
We have its objective foundation. They do not have its objective foundation.
I want to say that wherever there is oppression, wherever a woman is being oppressed, or her dignity is being violated, or she is being harmed, and not just a woman, if any person is being oppressed, then stand against it. This morality has come to us from God. Otherwise, Javed Sahab is saying that the majority will decide, but the majority can change at any time.
What?
You have a slight misunderstanding. If my sentence implied this, or if I said it, then I take back that sentence. I did not mean that the majority decided. If the majority decides, then in the world, big...
By the way, you had said this phrase.
This is possible, I agree.
We'll recap later.
Oh, 1 second. Let me give my explanation. The reasonable thing is that we all know in our hearts what is good and what is bad. We know very well. Even those who do bad things know what is good.
That was the question, sir. Where did this morality come from?
Cross-examination. Yes, yeah.
It came from the desire to stay together morally.
That is, whatever is said or done while being together will happen.
No.
So?
You are without rules. As long as people have morality, otherwise there will be chaos.
How do you know this?
Yes, we saw where morality was crossed. We see it.
What do you see?
Brother in the world, you too.
If something wrong is happening somewhere, then you should see it as wrong. Sir, you are talking about epistemology, I'm talking about ontology. What is the foundation? The foundation.
After this debate, I will host both of you for tea. You can do the cross-examination there. Right now, you are depriving the audience of their right. You are just people.
Sir, brother, this one.
Yes, they will come over there. The sir who will come forward.
Sir, my name is Laikur Rahman and I am a student of Aligarh Muslim University. And as far as I know, sir, you are also a product of...
I am also a bubble of the same garden.
Yes, sir. So I was pleased to know that I would meet you. Sir, my question is that it was only Syed Ali Rama's perspective to search for the existence of God within the realm of reason, not to completely deny it. Sir, how will you define it?
No, then you tell them this.
This question is for you.
Proving the existence of God.
Sir, you have denied it. That's why my question to you.
This is exactly what Sir Syed said, right? That you cannot prove the existence of God through intellect. That's what he said, right, brother?
They said it could be done, and it was done.
Searching or proving with intellect, it cannot be done with intellect.
Oh, at least listen to the question, yes. It cannot be done with intellect. That's what you said, right?
It can be done with reason.
Oh, that's what they are saying, brother. You are saying it could be something else.
My question is that Sir Syed Ali Rahman.
If you look, sir, young man.
Take the phone. Such an amazing university. Hey, brother, listen to me. Hey, brother, listen to me. Speak on the mic so that the millions of people watching can hear.
Please give the mic.
Hey, we'll give the mic. Just wait.
Yes, sir. My question was that Sir Syed Ali Rahma had a perspective that the existence of God should be sought within the realm of reason, not completely denied. This was his concept. But my question is, how do you define it? How would you explain it? I want to know this because you are a product of Aligarh Muslim University.
I searched a lot within the bounds of reason. I did not find it.
Yes, over here and there. The one wearing glasses gave it to them.
Yes, quickly ask. There are only 5 minutes. It'll be over in 5 minutes.
Yes, then. Wa alaikum assalam wa alaikum sahab. And my question is for Javed Akhtar Sahab.
What is your name?
Oh, brother, why are you asking me all this?
Faiz. Ask Faiz, Mr. Faiz. So my question is that right now the atheists are using the problem of evil argument against Muslims, right? That there is so much evil in the world and against
Muslim here.
Against theists.
Yes, corrected a little, brother. The whole effort was to not focus on any one religion.
Yes. So basically the argument is that so much evil exists in this world, and if there is an all-good God, why doesn't he stop it? But there is a hidden assumption in this question that evil exists in this world. Now, how can atheists ontologically prove that evil exists in this world? Let me explain a little bit.
No, sir, you listen to them for a minute. No, please don't do this.
I want to explain ontology.
We understand, sir. Now let them answer.
Let me ask a good question.
What was it until now?
Let me add a little to that.
When we do round 13 of this, we will have you sit on the stage.
Yes. So then, yes, quickly. So look, according to atheists, everything has become random. Everything is atoms and molecules. The only difference between a stone and me is that we are different rearrangements of atoms and molecules. Now, if someone cuts a stone into two pieces with a sword or cuts me according to atheism, it's the same. There is no evil and good according to atheism.
Yes, okay. Faiz Sahab's question is that
even if they tried, they couldn't have asked a better question.
There is a life form, and the life form has feelings. It means the life form can hear, see, taste, and feel. So this quality that has come into the bubble is in animals as well as in humans. So obviously, if it experiences any pain, since it has that sensitivity, it will react.
A stone does not have that sensitivity. So what kind of question is this, that if a stone is cut, it doesn't feel pain? So if you are cut, why would you feel pain? Please sit down.
Yes, the next question. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Javed Akhtar Sahab.
Oh, brother, everyone is leaving Mufti Sahab alone. Are you all after me again? Come on, speak up, brother.
You asked how God can exist when children die in Gaza.
Yes? You asked how God can exist when children die in Gaza, and you also mentioned the rise of atheism in Europe. But the same events are also leading many atheists and non-believers to turn towards faith. How do you interpret this contradiction when suffering pushes some away from God, yet brings others closer to belief?
Let me tell you something. The world is not perfect anywhere. There are flaws everywhere. Son, 1 minute, I will tell you. Look, there are some flaws, weaknesses, and defects everywhere.
But if you honestly look, where is the most discipline in the world?
Where does an ordinary citizen have authority? They can speak, act according to their will, express their opinion, speak against the government, talk about those in power, speak against capitalists. You will find this in Scandinavian countries, in Western Europe. I'm not saying it's perfect, not at all. There are many flaws there too. No one is perfect. But in those countries, look at Latin America, look at the Gulf. There you certainly have that rapes might not happen. What is the need for rape? Buy her and keep her at home. Why is there a need to rape on the street? But listen. But the reality is that there is no personal freedom to express opinions or speak there.
Yes, this is one last question from Mufti Sahab. Yes, ma'am, please give them the mic.
Thank you. My name is Manisha. I am from Haryana. I want to ask Mufti Sahab something. You keep contradicting Jawad Sahab by saying he said this, he said that. But you are also speaking based on assumptions. What proof have you presented for the existence of God? Now, leave this question aside. Who is an atheist? Who is not? And the second thing you mentioned briefly was that a person uses their free will. But in the use of this free will, it means God has given everyone the permission to use the most disgusting and worst possible ways.
Let's hear the answer. Yes.
You believe in free will, right? Or do you say there is no free will, right? You believe in it, don't you? So now you have no explanation if a person is using that free will to do wrong and is getting away with living a good life. There is no recompense for him. In our worldview, the person doing wrong will also receive recompense, meaning a bad outcome. And the one doing right will receive a good outcome. But so there, the free will is such that God has given a respite for a limited time. It's not that you are allowed to do whatever you want forever. The time will come. When the exam time ends, the result will come. During the exam, you won't be forcibly told.
Hey, brother, 1 minute. Yes, a question for you, Mufti Ji.
1 minute, Mufti Ji, I have a question for you. Yes, go ahead. Wait a moment. Before you, I want to say this. Mufti Sahab, I have just one question. If everything is happening due to free will, and one day there will be justice on the day of judgment in Mashar, etc., etc. So why do people pray? Praying means that he still has this department that I can absolutely in everyday life. So you get me a job, you get my son a green card, and 45,000 children die. You don't stop them.
Otherwise, are you saying that oppressors in this world are never caught? Oh, whatever catching happens, those children cry. Absolutely.
In my opening statement, I said that Mr. Javed is only making an emotional argument. Like our daughter, this is an emotional argument. What is the reason behind this? I explained what the reason behind this is.
I am calling you gentlemen from the stage so that it remains a bit in your conscience to maintain order. The time was set. This time is over. You listened so patiently. I am very, very grateful to all of you.
If both these scholars wish, we might have a round 2 or round 3 of this conversation. This is the beauty of humans, that they remain engaged in debates and discussions.
You all showed great patience. Thank you very much. With this conversation.
Let me tell you all something. This whole discussion happened. Now I am going to have a meal with Mufti Sahab and the senior Mufti Sahab.
Had a great time.
Thank you. Very nice, but it was very good. First time. From where outside? From here. No.